This is supposed to be a French press coffee maker here, but I was feeling too lazy to actually grind a coffee and boil water, so I used the auto drip and then pour the coffee in here because, yeah. Alright, well, as you can see, I have a new camera, hopefully a little bit better image going on here. Also better setup so you can see stuff other than the bedroom door and wall. So yeah, I haven't made a video in a long time actually because first off, school. That's usually, it demands a lot of attention. Secondly, I also came down with a cold and my voice was sounding horrible. It's still not great, but it's a lot better than it was. I sound a bit like those, have you ever seen those Mongolian throat singers? If you don't know what that is, maybe you want to check that out, I don't know. Anyways. So, what did I want to talk about this time? I know a lot lately I've been doing more personal blogs kind of things, kind of what's going on with me. I've actually kind of deviated a lot from the autism speak, just because, excuse me. Yep, there's a cold. I don't know, just sometimes those kind of things are slowly, they move slow, so not a whole lot happens. Although in my not just human development, I guess it's lifespan development now. They do everything from conception all the way to death, basically. Which is kind of weird because usually you have to take early childhood, then adolescence, then adult. And then if you want to talk about death, I guess you could take the psychology of death. Apparently that's a class too. Now they're just kind of you know what, we'll just do everything all in one shot now, and we'll just get over with. If you want to study it more, take the other classes. So I guess that's the thing. But interesting, something interesting in that class that I learned was the textbook talked a little bit about a sensitivity to some naturally occurring chemicals in the brain, and I'm probably going to ruin these. I'm very, very sorry. Acetylcholine, which is a chemical in the brain that actually has a lot to do with your synapses and your nervous system actually connecting to major muscle groups. So that's obviously very important, to be able to move your arm, walk, general stuff. Wow, I am doing spot on today. And then the other one was, now this is the one I'm pretty sure I destroyed, but I'm very, very sorry, and that's how it is. Norepinephrine. And if I get that wrong, my wife, who is much better with Latin words and medicines and medical jargon stuff, she'll tell me later. And let's see, that one is, so in the brain, between the neurotransmitters, what happens is that your brain has dopamine, as obviously the chemical, it's naturally occurring for pleasure and rewards and adrenaline, all that good stuff. But in your brain you also have, okay, it's, yeah, I'm going to misspell it too, so what's the point of trying to look it up? It's dopamine beta hydroxia? Yeah, that was probably definitely wrong. If you're better at trying to spell Latin words, I suggest that you look that up because I probably destroyed it. So anyways, the dopamine goes through this enzyme, the beta enzyme, and turns it into norepinephrine. And that's the chemical that gets kind of fired between the two neurotransmitters. And I started looking into them a little bit more about what they are, and I wrote a paper on this one. And it's a short paper, by the way, 500 words. It's definitely going to be a little bit longer than this talk right here. A lot more references going to be involved in that one, and a lot more psychology talk, I guess. And I thought about those kind of things, what they do, and you know, that they go down to the nervous system. They kind of do all these different sensitivity things. And I started reading into that, and I decided, I was thinking, I was like, well, maybe, I wonder if these things have to do with, you know, the sensitivities of a autistic person. You know, they get hit or a prick on the finger and they don't react in a certain way, and yet putting a t-shirt on their shoulders, it agitates them and irritates them, and it just doesn't make them, makes them feel really bad. And I was reading more into what the whole sensitivity was and what's going on. And yeah, there's some studies out there saying that these people, autistic people, tend to have a lower levels of yep, I forgot the word. Why did I forget the word? You know what it is. Yeah, the one for the major muscle groups. Obviously, there's some kind of a block between the synapses, and there's obviously a block to the nervous system. And normally, as I recall, the nervous system is a two-way road. Not only will your brain send a signal down to your spinal cord, out to the nerves to move said muscles, but if you're hit in a certain spot, those nerve endings will send a message back up to the brain, letting you know what happened. So if there's a block going from the brain down to the muscle, there must also be a block going from the muscle back to the brain. And so I thought about that and was kind of reading about all these different kind of things. It seems like so far that may actually be the case. There's not a whole lot of studies on it. Obviously, like I said, things move really slowly in this. And then if an autistic brain is also having low levels of this beta enzyme to break down the dopamine to the norepinephrine, then that means that the brain is also kicking in overdrive with all this dopamine in there, you know, again, reward and pleasure and the adrenaline. And so if you're ever interested in it, I have the paper on my computer. If you want to see it, I'll be happy to send it to you, as long as you don't try to steal it from me and turn it in as your own work. Please. Anyways, so yeah, just kind of thinking about that, and hopefully, you know, other people who are much better qualified than I will be able to see these kind of correlations. And, you know, hopefully someday we'll actually start learning a little bit more about these and actually get some progress on here. So, alright, I guess that's all I have for today. It is very late. I just turned in a weekly paper. It is almost midnight. It is midnight, actually. Awesome. Thank you for watching this, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.